All right, guys, we're going to have to do some more ordering. This is something that tends to give our students problems, but we keep trying to find, better ways to teach it so that you won't have any issues with it. It says this set of rational numbers are ordered from least to greatest. And of course, there's a blank where the question mark is. Which rational number could be put in place of the missing value? So the first thing I want to show you is you've got one number here. You've got the one you're trying to fill in. You've got one number here. And you've got two more, but you don't have to worry about these because all you need to know is what number fits between these two. The only way you're able to tell that is by changing everything that's not a percent to a percent. So that's the first thing we're going to do. So I'm going to come over to my calculator and I'm going to put in 4.9 times 10 to the negative 4. And that's scientific notation. So now I have to multiply it by 100 to make it a percent. And that turns into 0.049%. Now I'm going to turn the next number into a percent, so I know what I'm looking for. 13 divided by 1,000, again, is a decimal. We've got to multiply it by 100 to get a percent. That gives us 1.3%. So we're looking for something that fits in between 0.049% and 1.3%. So let's go over. I'm going to go ahead and clear my calculator because I wrote those down. I'm going to put all four of my possibilities in. Well, except for 2% because I don't want to change it. So I'm just going to leave it here. And I'm going to start with option A, 1.6 times 10 to the negative 5th power. But again, I have to multiply by 100 to make it a percent. And it ends up tiny, tiny, tiny. It is 0.0016%. Very small number. So let's look at the next one. So we're going to put in 0.0026. We want to make it a percent, so we have to multiply by 100, and that gives us 0.26%. I'm going to make that decimal a little clearer so you can see it. Make this decimal a little clearer up here. So you've got 0.0016%, 0.26%, 2%, and now let's give our last choice 6 divided by 50. Again, we're going to make it a percent by multiplying by 100 is 12%. Well, first of all, 12% is much bigger than 1.3, so that's not going to work. 2% is bigger than 1.3. So you come down to two choices, okay? I'm going to write them here. A is 0.0016%, and choice B is 0.26%. So you have to look at those numbers carefully and think which one of those numbers fits between 0.049 and 1.3. Okay, so you have to decide which one fits in between there. I have a visitor while I'm doing my review video. Would you like to say hello?
Hi.
There you go. So, okay, I gotta finish. See you later, bud. If you look at this, the 0.0016 is smaller than the 0.049. So your answer is gonna be B. All right? So let's go on to the next one and see what that one's like so we can try to figure that out, okay? All right. Oops, I skipped one. Let me go back. I may have skipped two. No, just one. This says place in ascending order. So when you got something in ascending order, you know it starts with the letter A, and you know you can make an arrow with the letter A that points upwards. That means you're starting with the smallest things, and you're going up to the biggest. All right? So the first thing we're going to do is draw lines here Always try to follow the same pattern so you don't mess up. We're going to come to our calculator and we're going to turn them all into percents. 3.4 times 10 to the negative 2 power, but I want to make it a percent, so I have to multiply by 100. So this one here is 3.4%. Go to the next line, we're going to put in the square root of 2, move over, and we're going to multiply it by 100, and that becomes 141%. There are some decimals there. We might need those. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to go on, and we're going to do 3 divided by 4. Again, we need to make it a percent, so that turns into 75%. And last but not least, we're going to take 0.035 and we're going to turn it into a percent by multiplying by 100. And that gives us 3.5%. So we have to do, oops, excuse me, let me go ahead and fix this for us. We have to start with the smallest number and we're ascending going up. So I'm going to look here. We've got 3.4%, 141%, 75%, and 3.5%. These are pretty close, but the smallest is this first one here. Then comes the second one. And then, of course, the 75% is next, and the biggest one is this one. But you would write your answer in original form. So you would write your answer as 3.4 times 10 to the negative 2 power. Then the second one would be 0.035. The third one would be 3/4. And the last one would be the square root of 2. Okay? Alright, always just be super careful when you're doing this. Take your time. Turn everything into a percent. That means multiply by 100. The only time you don't do that is if it is already a percent. Okay? You can do this, guys. You're going to have a great week on the splashback. Talk to you later.